Good morning. It is Thursday morning. Nice, beautiful day out already. I hope you all are getting out and enjoying some kind of outside socially distancing activity, hiking, biking, whatever. I've been getting out and going crazy lately on my bicycle, loving every minute of it. So, with these devotionals, I have taken you on a journey with me and shared with you some of the stuff that I struggle with: anxiety, depression, anger, so on and so forth. But something I haven't really done is shared some of my journey with you on how I've gotten to be where I'm at today as a pastor at Tierra Nueva, as a pastor of a small church in Concrete, and some of the stuff that went into that, and how Jesus is the reason behind all of it. Because when I seek after the kingdom of Kevin, I break out in bracelets behind my back and get mugshots. But when I seek after the kingdom of God for his righteousness and not mine, I end up doing okay in life. But a big piece of that is when you look at the story of Lazarus. So Lazarus was a friend of Jesus's, and Lazarus died. And the family of Lazarus basically said, if you would have been here, our brother would not have died. And they asked Jesus to do something. But what Jesus did was totally beyond all of their expectations. So I'm going to read for you real quick. This is John. Chapter 11. Verses 38 through 44. Then Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. It was a cave, and a stone lay against it. Jesus said, "Take away the stone." Martha, the sister of the dead man, said to him, "Lord, by this time there will be an odor, for he has been dead 4 days." And Jesus said to her, "Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" So they took away the stone. Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you always hear me, but I said this on account of the people standing around, that they may believe that you sent me." When he had said these things, he cried out with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." The man who had died came out, his hands and feet bound with linen strips, and his face wrapped with a cloth. Jesus said to him, "Unbind him and let him go." So there's a couple of different things here. When I first came to Tierra Nueva, the tomb that I was living in was drug addiction. I am a former IV meth user in recovery. I just celebrated 6 years clean and sober a couple of weeks ago. So it's funny how Jesus works. He comes to our tomb and he stands outside and he yells at us for us to come out. So my tomb was addiction. Jesus stood outside my addiction and said, "Kevin, come out." But there was another piece of that puzzle. The community that is around Lazarus. See, Lazarus needed his community to roll away the stone. So how is it that our community can help you roll away your stone? See, Jesus is already outside of your tomb yelling for you to come out. But how is it that we at Tierra Nueva can come to your tomb and roll away that stone? And so once Lazarus heard Jesus, or once Kevin heard Jesus calling me in my addiction, I stood up, and the people of Tierra Nueva helped to roll away my stone. But there was still more work that needed to be done. I needed to unwrap all the layers and layers and layers of stuff that I had done in my life, or the burial wrappings of Lazarus. See, when I stepped forth into Jesus and into this community, I stepped away from death. when I stepped forth into life with Jesus, I died to my own doing. So that's something that is capable for all of us. What is your tomb? I don't know why I keep coming back to that, but I feel like somebody needs to hear that. What is your tomb that Jesus is standing outside of right now, calling your name, saying, come out? Because we, here at Tierra Nueva, all of us pastors and us community members, we are ready to help you roll away that stone. Better yet, we're also ready to unbind you. How do I know this? Because they did it for me. Broken, addicted, sleeping in their parking lot with a girlfriend pregnant in jail. They didn't care. They loved me anyways. They stood behind Jesus and watched him yell, Kevin, come out of that addiction, of that tomb. And they rolled away the stone so I could. And they unwrapped me so I could move again and live again. What is your tomb? How can we help roll away your stone? Blessings.